Ich träume und die Welt erzittert.
Yes! Yes! Hey guys, Clone Guy here, and today I'm showing you two replays featuring the IS-6. Not the most flashy. The first replay is not the most flashy, but I wanted to show it off because there's some key elements. The second one is a lot better. But this first one, we can talk a little bit about the tank and why I do what I do. The IS-6 is a really old premium tank. When the Russians were first introduced into this game, there weren't many people who had tier 9s, tier 10s, or anything like that yet. So a lot of times when you played this tank, you were top tier and you were fighting a lot of tier 6s. And that was when this tank was great. You had 175 millimeters of penetration on a tier 8, which was fine back then. And you had 100 millimeters of well-sloped frontal and side armor, which was great. Nowadays, it's not the greatest. You need like 200 or plus 200 to go through this upper plate reliably. I know I can do it in my Tiger 1 pretty reliably, and that's a tier 7. So nowadays, it's not the greatest. And your premium rounds only have 217, which is lower than most tier 8's standard round penetrations at tier 8, the heavy tanks that is. And so, going up against the 705, there's nothing I can do. I need more than 217 to go through his lower plate, so I've decided, heck no, I'm going down here, and that's what's going to happen. None of that, please. No thank you. So, nowadays, you can't really do anything to E75s or STIs or Type 4 heavies, T95s. I've gotten a lot better at fighting T95s with this tank because you can overmatch their roof because it's 38 millimeters. So, instead of shooting the cupola, shoot underneath the cupola and you can penetrate. And so, I've found that's very useful in this tank. But, I'm going to do something here, and you're going to see me kind of try to decide what I want to do. We're going to drive by, get past this. I don't want to fight here because that's a lot of tier 9s, and it's just me in this Chrysler. I don't think I want to fight this. But then you see me change my mind. I said, you know what? Let's do this, bud. Let's do this. And so we're going to come around this, and we're going to hopefully help this Chrysler win this game. And he's a one-hit right now, so I'm going to do something here. I have health. He does not. And I thought about, do I want to? Yes, I do. Come on. I am your lower plate, bud. I'm your lower plate. You are not going to get shot. Good. He shoots me, keeps my friend alive. My friend puts a shell into him, and we're just going to sit here and try to take hits for him. That is my plan. Keep him alive. Keep his gun going. I'm going to pull in front again, try to take this guy's shell. Oh, no, we're just going to finish him off here. He goes down, and now he has a nice wreck to hide behind, and we're going to put an HE shell, hopefully, into this Waffle. Look at me, Waffle. Look at me. And he does. He puts a shell into me, which is great. We're going to put an HE shell into him. No, we are not. He just fired. Are we going to be able to get around the corner and finish him off? Maybe, perhaps. There he is. Come on. No, okay, he closes the gap I had, unfortunately, but that's okay. Because hopefully this guy will fluff his shot. He does. He fires it into the turret, and he bounces off. And now we're going to come around the corner and hopefully finish him off. Yes, we are. Go back to our APCR shells. 217 penetration. Will it be enough? That is what we're going to need to go after this guy. And we're going to have to hit him flush. He bounces off of us with his 201 millimeters of penetration. We put it into his lower plate. And we angle very nicely there, but he goes into our angled side plate. That's just how this armor works. There's always a weak spot facing, no matter how you angle. So that's a little unfortunate. But that time, our tracks absorb the shell. And our team is capturing the base, and the game gets captured. And we finish off the 430 version 2 before the game ends. But there's something I want you guys to notice. Look at the timer. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. Base is capped. What? Hello? Wargaming? Hello? This was a live game. This wasn't a replay bug or anything like that. This was a live game. This is what I saw. This is what other players saw. We still had 7 seconds before we captured the base. But no. The base is captured now. That is apparently what Wargaming had decided. So, is there a bug right now in this game going on with the base capture timer? I don't know. Apparently so. Has this happened to you guys? Let me know in the comment section below. But not too shabby result. We did shoot a lot of premium rounds. I thought it was necessary versus the tier 9s we were fighting. And we make 100,000 credits. And this is when I was trying to 3-mark my IS-6. Next up, we're on Pearl River in our IS-6 once again, and it is, again, quote-unquote, a Tier 9 game. There's just one Tier 9, so this is more or less a Tier 8 game with some added luggage. We're going to be going towards the center of the map, and once again, this one is all about teamwork. You scratch my back, I scratch your back. That's probably what I'm going to title this video. Spoilers. Oh wait, if you're clicking on this video, you already know what it's called. Okay. I'm spoiling it for myself then, I guess. But yeah, that's what's going to happen here. Just some nice scratching of the backs. And that's something you've got to do in this game, guys. You're in this game, and you have a team of 15 players. I know sometimes it doesn't feel like that. Well, there's 14 extra players on your team. And I know a lot of times it doesn't seem like that. But sometimes you just have to say, okay, you know what? I have a team, a teammate, and hopefully he understands what's going on. Hopefully he can save me because I can't get through this. And vice versa. Sometimes you just gotta lay down the cards and say, come on, bud. We win this together. And that's exactly what happens here. Hello there. A little bit of a delayed shot, and we missed him. I was expecting him, hoping he would pull out a little bit more, but then he started to pull back, and then I aimed like a muppet. But hopefully we'll put a shell in this time. Yes, we are. Put a shell into the back of his tank, and we get shot by our own teammate from behind. This AMX shot us. Not sure why. He had no shot. But, you know, whatever. Who cares? And then we shoot him. There we go. We're even now, buddy. This AMX M4. But, you know, this is going to turn into something a little bit more. Put a shell into him. We do not roll high enough to kill him. But can we stop him from getting past us? Get him to ram into us? Yes, we are. He rams into the side of our tank, and he goes down. Our armor is working because we're at a slight angle. And so they're shooting into our upper plate, angled back. So now it's a lot more than 200 effective. It's probably more like 220, almost 230. And plus it's an IS-6. He gives us his roof, and we go through with our AP shell. We're not going to switch to APCR just yet. We're going to, I guarantee it. That seems to be the nature of this tank. Especially since I go 12, 12, and 6. You find, why do I go so many HE shells, you may ask? And that's because there are a lot of tanks in this game which you cannot damage with AP or APCR. Alright? And so I find having, and we go through the side of the VK there, pretty lucky. I find having 6 HE shells is enough to scare people off. You can splash the turret roof of an E75, get them off of you, splash the gun or the tracks off of a Type 4 Heavy, so on and so forth. And the HE really comes in handy, I find, because more often than not, you're finding tanks you just cannot deal with. And I'm trying to give this AT-15 room. You see here, I kind of backed up for him, but then he pulled back too. But if he's not going to give me room, then so be it. We're going to put another shell into that guy. Unfortunately, we take a hit from this E50. I'm really apologize to this AT-15. There's not much we can do to let him in. And so you see I'm pulling to the right. I'm trying to give this guy room. Like, go in there, bud. I want to get another gun in there. And so I've given him room to come in. And as you can see, it's not working out for him. It really isn't, unfortunately. But we've loaded the premium rounds now. We finally... After 9 shots of AP, we've delved into the premium rounds. We're going to put a shell hopefully in the lower plate of this guy. Yes, we are. E50 takes a hit. And our poor AT-15, it's just not working out for him. We gave him our spot, which is the best thing I could do for him, honestly, was give him the spot. But it's, like I said, still not working. This guy comes over. He doesn't have the gun depression. We track him in place. AT-15 puts a shell in, and he does get finished off by our AMX M4. But now I've noticed... Alright, light tank behind us. Let's put a shell into him. But I... push my tank up. I no longer have a shot. He puts a shell into us. I don't think he was aimed at us. He was aiming at our other guy. He crashes himself. So I figured autolock should do the trick because it go to the center. But it doesn't go to the center. It goes into his tracks. Bounce a shell from this 45 TP. What is that actually? Is that what they're called? No, that's a 50? 53? Something. I think it's the 53 TP. Is that what they're called? All these TPs confuse me. And we finish them off. And now we're going to block this guy. And we get our second ram kill of the day. This time in the form of an LTTP. Now the IS-6 shoots us. But because we rammed the guy instead of shooting him, we have another shell. And we put it in. And now this IS-6, that is a one spot you really don't want to be. You can't push over that where he is. Because if you do, you're going to get shot from people in my base. That's just how it works. I've got snipers up there. You almost always have snipers. And this case, I don't have snipers. And he realizes that. But... I have a teammate to my right. Even though he's fighting 2 other tanks, he turns his gun, helps me out, finishes him off, and now I can help him out. He's got 2 tanks shooting him from the front, and instead of shooting the enemy in front of him, he decided to help me out. And because he has helped me out, I can now help him out. This was a great play by this AMX M4. I put a side shot into the giant VK Super Heavy. And he bounces off our AMX, who is a one-hit, and so then we're going to shoot him again. But no, the Cruncher is a more valuable target because he's going to try to get to his side, and he's a one-hit, and we finish him off. These guys are not paying any attention to me because they see the AMX is a one-hit, and so they're trying to finish him off. I'm a one-hit too, but because they're already focused on him, they're going to continue to focus on him, and that allows us to just put another shell into the back of the VK. And now we're reloading. And now we're going to go for an AP shell, and was that a mistake? Because here comes the light tank. If I kept the APCR loaded, we might be loaded in time. No, wait, he's turning towards us. And we fluff the shot into the dead tracks of the E50, and we miss him. And I'm going to cut that right there because it's just a chase, and we don't actually manage to get to him. After much futile driving, he does get finished off by our teammates. And we wind up winning the game. Believe it or not, you know, having more tanks than the enemy team at the end of the game results in a win. And so we won. And we make a nice 179,000 credits because we fired most of our AP shells penetrated, and then we switched to APCR, and I think we only missed one APCR shell, and so we make a nice profit. Ace Tanker, 4,700 damage, 700 assisted, 13 penetrations, not too shabby, and the AMX right below us. Great play by this AMX M4. Thank you so much. You were a pleasure to have as a teammate, a smart teammate, a valuable teammate, and he actually felt like a teammate. And I just wanted to show this off to you guys, and I hope you enjoyed. And just remember, guys, be the good teammate. Be the good teammate. In that first game, I felt I tried my best to be the good teammate to the Chrysler, and then in that game, we had a good teammate. We had somebody do the same thing for us, and it was that AMX M4. He scratched my back, so I was able to scratch his back. I hope you guys all enjoyed. If you did, slap that like button, comment, and subscribe. Make sure to go check out Space Event and GotADingy, and I'll see you guys all later. Take care, and peace out.